Inside Out 2, the 4K Steelbook, finally showed up in the mail. Let's get into this and my complaints with this release. So, let me just read you off some of the special features on the back here. It says new emotions join the cast of crews. They talk about anxiety, embarrassment, ennui, and envy, which is pretty great because you get a lot of new great people in this one. Maya Hawke is one of them. I forget who does Envy, but she's a pretty good actress as well. She's been kind of up-and-coming star recently. Unlocking the Vault, exploring the inspiration of Riley's repressed emotions and deleted scenes. So this is only 3 special features, and we'll get on to why this is such a big problem. I did enjoy this movie in the theater, right? So I knew I had to get it. And I had to get the Steelbook because that was the only way to get the 4K, which I cannot understand. But we'll get into that complaint in a minute. Just want to show you everything here. I'm going to pull out the digital. I will say Disney Movie Insiders doesn't work anymore. So unfortunately this movie didn't get to me in time before they stopped taking points, which I think is pretty shitty. But I knew it was kind of coming when those these Disney Plus Steelbooks didn't come with Disney Movie Rewards points at all, but some of their other releases were. And then also what made it more awkward is that some of the Fox releases, they would enter in and they would add to your points, but then other ones wouldn't. Like I entered in the new Planet of the Apes code and it redeemed the code but didn't add any points. Meanwhile, when I entered in The Creator and the Avatar movies, it gave me points. So I'm not sure what was going on with that, but yeah, I think Disney Movie Insiders was a good thing to finally just shut down because they were just awkward. But I will say, if you get the code and you want to use that on your account, you can no longer do that, unfortunately. So here's the Steelbook. It's a fine looking Steelbook. Like, this is nice concept art, I imagine. There's this image right here on the back, pretty nice. I don't necessarily love the color of it because my thing about Steelbooks that I really hate is they scratch. For me, I want whatever movie I own to be a permanent copy. Like 20 years from now, I want to be watching my favorite movies out of my collection, right? So when I buy a Steelbook, it's very rare, but I will. If it's good and it's the best version of that movie I can get, right? I really want it, looks nice, fine, I will. Or in this case, I can only get the 4K. That's fine. But Steelbooks, they scratch. And that's not a permanent copy to me. I get why people like Steelbooks. I'm not that person. So, I know people go, well, just be careful with your Steelbooks. You can be as careful as you want, but we're collectors. We move around our collections. We clean up in here. Things happen. And, that doesn't mean the Steelbook's busted. It just means that it gets dented up. Sometimes things happen. So, I don't know. But yeah, this is the only way to get the 4K. So, initially, this went up on Amazon. Pre-order price is $65. Now, someone told me, well, it's going to drop in price. And it did. To $45. With tax, it was $58. For one fucking movie on Steelbook. This is the only way you can get the 4K. Now, if you get the Blu-ray slipcover, I believe right now it is $25. What is going on with Disney and their pricing is insanity. Yes, Disney always charges a little bit extra for their releases. Their stuff tends to not go on sale. The only way you were able to get good deals on Disney movies is if you were part of the Disney Movie Club, right? But they shut that down. So now we're stuck with this, and this is just insulting. First of all, this is the highest grossing film of the year, the highest grossing animated movie of all time right now. It is the highest grossing, 9th highest grossing movie or some shit like that. Like, it's in the top 10 of highest grossing movies. And you can't even bother to put out a fucking 4K slip? This is insanity. With a movie this fucking popular. And it really just shows that while Disney will crank out some releases here and now, they really are trying to destroy the market with physical media. And so every once in a while they'll put out a new release and the fans will be like, oh, Disney's getting back. Fuck that. They can't even put out a slipcover for the biggest movie of the year, the highest grossing animated movie of all time currently. Like, this is insanity. This is nonsense. Am I glad to have this? Yes. But not for $50. Not for 3 meaningless special features. There's not even an extra Pixar short on here or something. No, it's just this movie in 4K in a Steelbook that looks okay. It's not a great looking Steelbook. I'd rather have the slipcover, but because they wouldn't offer the 4K, it's just I don't know. I know it sounds like it's first world problems, but it really is a trend of people price gouging us now. I know that physical media is becoming a collector's only world now, but this is insanity. This is disgusting behavior, and we should not allow it to continue. I'm not really sure what to do because I want to boycott this release, but I'm obviously not going to, especially since this was the only way to get a 4K. Right? I believe the Wish 4K Steelbook is no longer available, and that's the only way you get the 4K. So what if that happened with this one? I would be very upset. So I'm not sure how to handle it, but we should definitely try and make people mad and more willing to speak out against this nonsense with these releases. Let me know your thoughts, share, and subscribe.